And we are back! Yay!
Hello.
Misscliks D&D Vigilante with special guest Sushi-san.
Vigilantes.
I don't know why you were taking my French accent and turning it into Spanish. Vigilantes. Let's go.
It's good.
So, we were about to steal horses.
But then I say, guys, we need to make a plan. Let me write it out in my little notebook. What are the steps to success? I write steps to success.
I stand up and I say, 1, go to stable. 2,
Yes.
steal horses. 3, leave town.
But then I fear that steps 4 and 5 will be chased by mob and die.
In case of steps 4 and 5, add asterisk, fight and kill.
Sounds much better now.
Wait, should we just wait at night and do this during the night?
Ah,
I put
very
my book
clever.
to And I'm
There
like,
is a reason you are our leader, isn't there?
I flip to night and I'm like, yes, in the night I can actually hide in shadows and create little noises.
Okay, we're gonna wait at night.
All
Make
right.
Okay, let's
Alright.
pretend to escape town, to leave town, hide in the bushes, and then eat, and then go back to town.
Because, you know, you need your tea break. You know?
Yeah, I would
Tea.
love
I do
a
love
cup-
tea.
I do love tea.
I like cup my ear. At night, the fun things come out and play. And I smile. I like have this really creepy smile.
I ask Rocker to, so like we leave town, we're kind of like in the foresty fringes of town, you know, waiting until the nighttime. And I ask Rocker to tell us a story while we wait.
Okay.
This is gonna be good.
And I sit there like this.
I kind of open my spell book, even though it's just full of spells. There's no like real stories in it. I like stop. I'm like fingering through pages, and I stop on one, and I'm like, I got a story to tell. Here we go. Once upon a time, there were 2 men, and they liked birds. These birds were bright and beautiful, but they caught on fire. But they had delicious chicken. And then the men
The birds had chicken or the men had chicken?
both.
Oh.
Yes. And then I ate a mushroom. And I just kind of like flip through my. There's like an awkward silence, and I flip through my spell book, and I'm like, oh, sorry. So these 2 men.
I
back
scratched
home.
the mushroom off my book. I'm like, oh shit.
The 2 men went home. They ate the chicken,
Chicken.
and then I just stopped there. And there's like no ending to the story.
I'm like, okay, yeah.
And
I
then
do,
I'm like, guys, come here.
Neil, I do a perception check.
I whisper, I think
Give me a
we're
perception
being
check.
followed."
In the forest around us.
Sure it is.
17. You don't see anything unusual.
Okay.
Can I do a perception to see if there's any herbs around?
Yeah, what sort of herbs are you looking for?
Mushrooms.
Give me a perception check.
Okay, let me grab my character sheet here and make sure I have it. Oh, so it's a D20?
D20 plus your perception score.
E.
Yeah, you do spot some wild mushrooms growing over in this tilted over log. And as you go to pull out the mushrooms, there's also a badger like shuffled down at the very back of the log, sleeping.
Oh, sleeping badger.
Oh, you're so cute, you little skunk. And I pick up the mushrooms and I kind of lick them and then put them in my bag. It's just like out of habit that she does that. And then she walks back to the group.
I suddenly like perk up from my book writing and I'm like, guys, I think we have been followed.
Why?
Of course they would follow us. They think we're up to something.
Well, I don't
You connect
see
the links.
anyone, so
Well, they must be watching us then. Then I perk up from my little bush and I'm like, oh shit. They're like,
So I assume that this continues until nightfall, that Jen thinks we were being followed and nobody's here and we just kind of sit around and wait till nightfall.
I'm always on the lookout, Neil. I'm like not really paying attention to what the three girls are saying. I'm just like always looking.
I'm writing down
Super focused.
I'm writing down any sound and trying to make patterns out of the sounds I'm hearing from nature. Like wolf cry at 5:66. I mean, at that time there wasn't really a notion of time, so like I made up my own notion of time. So 5:66 is a realistic notion.
So should we just fast forward to nightfall and go steal the horse?
Sure.
Yeah, let's see what happens during the rest of the day. So you guys go out and you find some spot to make camp for the remainder of the day, just to the low profile and out in the woods. And it passes pretty uneventfully. You guys have all grown up in this town. I think, Sushi, you're 50, right? Or 50 something?
I'm just.
So you've been here the longest. And you know this area pretty well. The woods are not too terribly dangerous during the day. Once, maybe 150 years ago or so, there was a very large wolf problem, but the wolves have been hunted back pretty severely. Now the biggest threat is usually just kind of bears and the odd mystical beast that roams through the woods. The occasional displacer beast or so, but usually people in large parties are not often attacked. If you're with a bunch of people, you're likely to be safe. If you go off in the woods alone, that's when the bears are going to try and eat you, or whatever's out there is going to come and get you. But a bunch of people make a lot of noise, and the animals tend to stay away. So, 4-person party, you should generally be fine. Anyway, night comes, and you guys slip back towards the border of town. There's still a few farms that you have to get past to get to Farmer James? Brian. Farmer Brian's stable.
There's a few what we have to get past?
A few farms that you have to walk past.
Okay.
So it's not like his stable's on the edge of town. It's
We would know this, right? So this is out of character, but who within our party would be best to scout ahead and 3 of us follow?
I'll scout, I guess.
Okay.
probably Jen.
Right.
All right,
And
so yeah, Jen or Alexis, your time to shine, baby.
Well, you mean hide in shadows. I pull out my cape and I'm like, and then I fix my hair. And then I guess, Neil, I didn't share my stats with you. I guess they would matter at this point.
Yeah.
So I have 15% in move. Oh god. Okay, so I have 20% in pickpockets.
Okay.
I have 25% in open locks. I have 20% in find remove traps. I have 50% in move silently. 50% in hide in shadows. 50% in detect noise. 45% in climb walls. And then I have 5% in read languages.
Okay. So you are going to try and sneak into town?
Yeah.
Ahead of everyone else. What is your move silently?
50%.
Okay. All right, off you go, sneaking a good 150 feet in front of the rest of the party, picking your way delicately through Farmer. This is Farmer James's farm. Farmer James is before Farmer Brian.
Of course, Farmer James. We shan't steal his horses.
Well, he doesn't have any horses, but yeah.
If he did have horses, we would steal them, but he doesn't, so we shan't.
Okay.
We should steal his chicken.
No, let's focus, steal the horses, and move on to phase 2 of the plan, which is leave town, and find the Thieves Guild.
Yes.
Okay, so you are ahead of everyone, Jen.
Oh, that's true.
Yep. And you make your way to Farmer Bryant's farm, and you see his stable. There seems to be a light on in the stable right now, and you can hear the whinnying of a horse.
Whinnying or
Probably the
whickering?
riding.
Because whinnying would mean someone's probably in there and something's going wrong, but whickering probably means he's just hanging out.
Oh
What's a
my God,
wicker?
Whinnying is like wicker is like
Well,
Anna,
Jen
the
would
horse
know the difference.
whisper.
The horse was
well, Jen hears the noise, so does she hear? Or
And
does
I
she hear?
And I will
Jen hears
actually-
a noise.
Wait,
but
wait.
You don't know what it is. and
Wait.
she doesn't know the difference between the two.
I detect noise to see if there's a human being interacting.
Ah,
with
what is
the
your detect
voice.
noise chance?
50%.
You hear the whinnying of a horse as well as the muttered words of a person. You fucking draft horse, you get your ass in there. No, God, give me your leg. Give me your fucking foot. I'm just stepping on rocks all day. I gotta dig you out.
Then I would still stay hidden, hide in shadows. But before I hide in shadows, I would like do a sign to be like wait up, and then I'll wait for like 5 minutes and then detect noise again, see if the guy's gone.
Yeah, so you stand out there waiting and waiting, and you hear him in there. He seems to be bustling about doing whatever shit that you do in a stable, cleaning the horse's hooves out, taking the saddle off, giving it a little bit of a rub down. But he seems to be cursing and grumpy about it the whole time.
Well, then I wait 5 more minutes. I'm waiting
Okay.
for him to leave, basically.
All right.
Hiding in shadows.
It takes another half an hour for him to finish up the rest of his stuff. But eventually he finishes up, and you see him grab his... come out the doors with like a bucket in one hand and a towel draped over his other shoulder, and just moves on out, shuts the farm doors, or the barn doors, and proceed back towards his house. The light is still on inside.
Alright, then I wait for like 1 minute and then I signal the group to like move forward and then I move forward.
Nice.
Okay.
And
You
follow.
approach the stable.
We f-
You can... How tall are you, Jen?
I am 4 feet tall.
All right. You cannot quite peer in through the window pane on the top of the stable doors. You're a little too short.
Could I climb in?
I mean, you could open the doors.
I
Okay.
opened the door for her.
Okay, yeah, I guess they meet up with me at this point.
Okay, so Jen's over there like trying to jump and looking through the window, and the rest of the party just
Yeah.
walks up and opens the door.
I'm like, well, thank you. Quick,
Okay.
inside.
You guys step on inside. This is his little barn. You see that there are dead ahead of you 2. I guess there. You would keep a horse in a stable, and that's why you have stables for many horses, Anna.
You have a stable with many stalls for horses.
Stall. Thank you. You see 2 stalls directly in front of you. One of them has a very large, tough, but kind of old-looking draft horse in it, and the other has a small-ish riding horse.
I motion to, we motion to Alexis and Soli and say, point to the riding horse. And then I point to Rocker and me, and I point to the draft horse, and I like say move forward. And I grab like, usually the tack would be hanging on the walls, like the saddle and bridles and stuff like that. And I grab those, and I would assume that would be something I would have knowledge of, some sort of equestrian knowledge, being kind of noble and battle trained. So I
Sure.
tack up the horses, and we get on them. And then
Well-
as soon as
There are a
Oh.
few other stalls on the left and right as you walk forward to the horse stalls that have on the left side there are sheep, and on the right side there are goats.
While she would have been doing that, I would have looked around for anything useful or valuable in the stables. I'm not too animal friendly.
I go up.
What is your perception skill, Jen?
12.
You do not find anything of value.
Okay.
I go up to the draft horse and like hold my ear to it as it's like making its little, like what is it? What was the second
Whickering.
sound? The whickering sound.
Whickering.
He's just like, I'm like, Winthrop, you're so funny.
Do you call him Winthrop?
Yeah.
I'm like, Winthrop. Right.
His name is Winthrop.
I'm still I'm not kind of in the barn, or if I am, I'm just like looking outside. I'm not being paranoid. I'm just like always
When I see you look outside, I go join you and I'm like, I think he's onto us. We should leave right now.
I'm like motioning for them to get on the horses. I'm
I'm
like,
like, quickly.
all right. The horse are right. All right, I'm just like, I look at you and now, and like, and you go like, yes, go, or
And then I'm like,
yeah, exactly. I'm like, get on the horse. Get on
and
the
then I'm like, step 5, initiate.
like I crouch to like I tried this new technique with my spear, like to run crouch and try to be silent.
I'm like face palming. I'm like,
trying
these
to,
guys
like-
don't know how to be in battle.
I'm not that tall, so I'm trying to like get on this horse, and I have like one leg kind of dangling down, and trying to like kick myself up, but I don't have that much strength, so I'm like,
I'm trying to help her, and I'm like pushing her, and then like I get a feet in the face, and I'm just like,
Oh my gosh. Okay, I pick
I-
up Alexis and I put her on a horse, and then I grab Soli and I pull her and I point at the horse and I say, "Get on the horse," and then I help
Thank
Rocker
you.
get positioned, and then get on myself, and then I'm like, and I start going forward.
Let's go,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, well, yeah, let's go. And then I say we should, like, I'm going quietly, but I'm keeping a lookout so that if we see anyone, we just would bolt at full speed.
Okay.
Go with confidence. Look as if it was your horse.
Okay, you guys get out, and the horses make a little bit of noise, like horses do. They whicker?
Mm-hmm.
No, they whicker and they whinny. When
Well,
they're
they would
whisking.
only whinny if, like, there was, well, I mean, maybe if they just felt like talking, I suppose. But usually that would mean, like, something.
Maybe like a group of random people that they've never seen before are taking them from their homes when they're ready to go to sleep.
I mean, maybe, I suppose.
That seems like a reasonable horse thing to do. So as you guys are going out, the horses are making some noise, and you hear the clattering of a door. You guys glance over your shoulder, and there you see Farmer Brian, a lantern in hand and a scythe over his other shoulder, going, "Who's that?
And
Hey, those are my horses!"
I try to gallop away.
You're on the riding horse.
No, I'm on the draft horse. They're on the riding horse. So I'm
Okay,
like,
the draft
"Yeah."
horse doesn't actually have a saddle because it's used to pull things. You can still ride it, I assume.
Well,
Right, you can ride
should have
bareback.
mentioned that when I said I got the tack and saddled up the horses, Neo.
Would that have changed anything?
Yes, I would have made a makeshift saddle out of a blanket and rope.
All right, you grabbed a blanket and rope. Done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go,
the-
ladies. Hiya!
Okay.
we
So
all have
the-
our hoods too. Okay, so he doesn't know who we are. It's in the dark.
Clearly not the 4 people that tried to do an uproar during the
Nope.
daytime.
It's not us.
No
The
connection.
riding horse takes off like it's trained to do.
So it's me
But the
with
draft
Sully?
horse is owls all day. The draft horse doesn't get ridden, and so you're sitting on him with this, and you're like, "Go, go!" And it's just like, blum, 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 blum,
I'm just like waving at the guy.
blum,
Bye.
Who's
Um,
on that
and-
horse?
Pursuing us?
It's who's on that
Farmer
horse?
Bryant is running after you, lantern in hand, jingling all over the place, sending light beams scattering
I
all
say-
around. The scythe in his other hand.
Rocker, do you have anything that might encumber Farmer Brian or perhaps speed our steed here?
Feed us too.
I kind of like clap my hands and I'm like, I'll put him to sleep.
That sounds lovely.
I will try and cast sleep on Farmer Brian.
Okay.
I love that he's called Farmer Brian. I don't know why, but I love him so much more because of that.
Sleep. Give me 2d4, and that is That's how many hit dice worth of creatures are affected.
2d4.
And then, is that it?
That's it.
Wild Surge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
give me a
Yeah.
D20 before we'll retcon the D20 into this. A flat D20. 18. All right, I don't think that is a Wild Surge, but let's double check it anyway. Love me some Wild Mage Magic.
I think that probably buffs her spell a little bit, doesn't it?
It should, but a sleep spell does not get a buff per level, so we're good there. You're fine. Farmer Brian he's chasing after you, and then he just like collapses to the ground, falling flat on his face. The scythe flies, the lantern collapses and shatters, spilling its oil, and the ground catches
Uh-oh.
fire in and around him.
Nice.
Oopsies, we burned his farm.
That's a nice show that he's putting on for us.
Lovely indeed.
I write down
We're
in my
gonna
little-
burn the town anyway. They kept us or kicked us. The whole town is dead anyway.
I write down in my little book of borrowed things 2 horses due to Brian, Farmer Brian. One day we'll give him horses.
Nope.
That's in my book though.
They're not with us, they're against us.
Is there any way
I
this is
remove
not
borrowed
good.
and I write stolen from Farmer Brian.
is there a way I can protect Farmer Brian from not being on fire?
Well, he's like 80 or 90 feet behind you,
Oh, okay.
which is not that big of a deal. Like, you can totally get to him. You can easily hop off the draft horse. It's, just plodding along. The issue is that it is a lantern filled with oil, and so there's like a oil fire around him. He himself is not actually on fire because the lantern like fell and spilled outward in your direction, but it has caught the a pile of hay near the barn on fire.
Well, that makes for a grand exit.
I start.
You guys on the riding horse are much further ahead because you guys
We
like,
never saw
gallop.
that. We never saw the whole fire.
No. So you guys, looking back, you will see it, but you're just, like
Okay.
300 meters down the road.
So as we're riding, as soon as I see any houses close to us, I'm gonna yell, "Fire! Fire at the horse stable!" And then I continue my way.
And I scream, "Fire! Fire!" No R.
Yeah. And I do not scream because our horse is slow, so I don't want to bring attention to us, so I just keep plodding in that direction.
Oh, I was gonna be like, I follow along and be like, fire, fire.
So we have like
That's
Steph
fine.
and I.
If she
are,
does
like, the
that, then I'm
running.
like, okay,
So
fire.
there's Steph and I ahead with the riding horse going fire, and then the 2 on the slow horse going.
How slow could a horse be?
Well, what Neil is saying is that he's been like pulling a plow all day, so he's tired. So I'm like trying to get him to run, but he's like, he'll kind of like trot a few paces and then like, go back to a
It's
walk.
slow, chilly. Yeah, give me a willpower check, Anna, to see if you can push him forward faster.
I don't think I have good willpower. Let's check. Because I don't have much good at all.
Not good
6.
anything.
Yep, that's it.
Whatever. You only need a 21.
11.
You only need a 21, really, Neil.
It's a little shy.
Little bit.
Little polite.
The horse continues to walk.
Yep.
Okay, can I try and motivate it by like? I assume that I'm sitting behind.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can poke it with something.
All right, give me a willpower check, but I'm going to give you a slight penalty because you're not like in the front with the rein.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
give me
well,
a
can I,
willpower
like,
check with like
hit
a
its butt or something?
a penalty of 3.
I'm not too sure what to roll exactly. And then plus
D20 plus your willpower minus 3.
minus. Oops.
Nope. The horse is just like bum, 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 bum.
Go faster, Winthrop.
The carrot. That's funny. Chat said that, so it's
You-
meta. The carrot.
gone. The carrot's gone. We gave it
You
back.
see-
Oh yeah, you gave it back. That's right.
Yeah.
a bunch of people start coming out of their houses and look in and seeing, and pretty soon the whole town is up in not up in arms, but they all come out to take a look at the fire and start a bucket brigade to try and put out the barn. You see people running in the barn trying to take out the sheep, and someone's over there like shaking Farmer James.
Brian.
Farmer Brian. Shaking Farmer Brian, going, "Wake up!" and slapping him on the face when he like comes awake.
Good, that's taken care of. We can go.
But no one's. If he says you guys stole his horses, no one gets it until you guys are already well gone.
Hooray!
Plodding your way through town. You hear the church bells going off, letting you know that, or warning the town that there's some sort of danger. And you guys make it out. Which direction are you headed?
Towards
we
the
were going
Renava?
for Renava.
Towards Renava to the Thief Guilds.
How should we name our horse, Sully?
You pick it. I don't care about foolish stuff like that.
I write down that you don't want to pick horse names.
I think it's the first time in my life I use the word foolish, and I'm really, really excited.
It sounded really, really awesome.
I'm like, oh, I am Anna for a second.
You should name the horse Foolish.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's what I should have said.
misheard
What
you.
about foolish?
Alright. I was gonna name it Carrot Slog.
Carrot's Law.
It's probably the name of the other slowpoke behind us.
It's gonna be his name! Come on, guys! Make Carrot Slog wrong.
His name is Winthrop.
You mean Carrot Slog?
I look
Kinda
at
like-
Rocker.
Stare up at Alexis. I'm like, it's Winthrop.
Like pretty serious.
Like really menacing. I'm like,
Sully, did you hear what they're talking about?
No,
Uh-huh.
I'm focusing on the road.
Okay, so Foolish. The riding horse.
I'm ahead. I'm riding that horse, right? You're behind me. You're small, so probably better that way.
Okay.
I guess we just keep heading.
So if it's 3 days walking distance, how far is it on horseback, Neil?
Well, at the pace that, what did you name your horse? Anna, Sash, Sam?
Winthrop.
Winthrop. At the pace Winthrop is setting, it'll take you 3 days.
He's
What?
walking as fast as a human walks.
I mean, he's maybe walking a little bit faster, but you're still gonna like want to stop in town to like rest for the night.
Was there any other riding horse in that stable? Why the fuck did
No,
we
there were
get
just
this?
those were the only two horses, and
okay.
Winthrop he's like a heavy draft horse. He pulls stuff, but it's a much more pleasant ride for you than if you had to actually walk it yourself. You know.
Right.
Excuse me.
That's debatable. Our butt is sore.
That's true,
Well-
but your feet aren't.
But we can walk longer because horses can walk longer than humans.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the horse will
Also,
just plod along, and then you can walk the horse for a while. Yeah, it would be much easier.
when we come to towns, I see if anybody is interested in trading a draft horse for a riding horse. But I don't tell Rocker because I'm afraid it will upset her to see Winthrop go.
Oh. I just had such a connection with Winthrop. We just
Yeah.
chatted along the
Let's
whole
take a
way.
look at the map.
We should
So-
chat it the whole way.
So you guys leave Flatstone at night. Do you ride all the way to Ketroth?
Yes.
Katoth that night? Do you get to Katoth the next morning?
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
Okay.
If anything,
So
we
you
should
push
sleep during the
yourselves
day
on.
and travel at night.
I like it.
The
All
Night
right.
Rider.
All of our deeds should be done at night. It's a good idea.
Well, if that is not the luckiest nighttime encounter roll, I don't know what. You guys go through no problem at all at night and make it to Ketoth the next morning. Ketoth.
Does
the next
anyone
morning.
in Ketoff want to trade a draft horse for a riding horse?
Do you just while you're walking through the streets, just anyone want to trade horses? Is that pretty much how you're doing it?
Well, if there's a stable in town, then I go there and inquire if anyone's looking for a draft
There's
horse.
a bunch of farmers in and around. I guess you've been through this area before. There is a horse trader as well. You could head there.
Well, perfect. I go to the horse trader. And I say, horse trader, would you like to trade this horse?
And the horse trader looks up the value of draft horses versus riding horses and says, absolutely.
How much is it?
I meant two riding horses for this draft horse.
A little
A
pony.
little old. I'd call it a bit of a nag,
But
wouldn't
quite
you?
strong.
What about a little pony and a riding horse? A riding pony and a riding
Why
horse.
would we have a pony? It's just gonna slow us down again. We need money and a riding horse.
Because I'm short.
We need money. We want money and a riding horse.
I want 2 riding horses, and it's my draft horse, so I will ask for 2.
Babies.
As long as we name it Slug Carrot, I'm okay with it.
Bless you.
Actually, it was Carrot Slug.
Either way, trader, have we a deal?
All right.
I spit.
For this admittedly old draft horse, I will
Strong,
give you
beautiful draft horse.
kind of broken down old nag, but whatever you want to call it.
Gorgeous.
Hey, wait a minute. Before we make
animal.
this deal, why are you so eager to give up this draft horse?
Woe is me, for my home has been taken from me because of Maximoff. And all I have left is this draft horse, and I must get to the next town to see my family before they die. So I need a riding horse. 2 riding horses.
Didn't you
in
just
fact.
come from your family?
No, different family.
See. Well, I'm not one to get too picky about my deals, so sure. I'll give you that one and that one.
Do they
And he
look
points to
reasonable?
one of them looks like your everyday good riding horse. The other one looks a little old. You know, it's not like the horse is going to be bad, but how long do horses live, Anna?
Don't they live like 15 years?
I have no idea.
I can't remember. I think so.
It's at like 75% of its max age.
I say that one's fine, but then I point to a little bit like younger, more supple looking one. But I'll take that one instead of that one.
No, I don't think so. Look at this old guy.
Take
Huh?
money. Take money. We need money. We have $0.
All right. Throw in what's a reasonable amount of money to ask him to throw in?
Wait, for the 2 horses and money, or one
Yeah.
horse and money?
The two horses he offered, and like a little something extra to sweeten the deal.
He'll toss in 10 gold.
Okay, I take it.
Yeah.
Well,
Pleasure doing business with ya.
and then I write down in my little book, Foolish, the riding horse, Carrot Slug, the riding horse, and then Old Thomas, the old riding horse. And then I share this with the guys.
Wait, what's their name?
He wants
I like
to name- Is it?
Foolish,
Are you saying carrot slug? Like the bug
and-
slug?
Yeah. And
Ew,
Old
I
Thomas.
hate that name and I refuse.
Okay.
We aren't calling her carrot slug. I'll slug your head, you carrot.
How do you feel about Old Thomas?
That's fine, you can name old Thomas if you want. I'll name it Carrot, that's it.
Okay.
No slug.
So Foolish, Old Thomas, and Carrot. All of a sudden, Foolish just won the best name. We can't believe that happened.
I pocket the 10 gold.
Oh, okay. Is that how it's gonna be?
I'll keep this for us. I'll keep it for safekeeping.
Am I like here during this whole trading, or I'm
Yeah.
just like off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
Oh,
doing
okay.
during it?
I'm just kind of distracted and inspecting all like the hay, the hay pieces, trying to ignore the fact that Winthrop is departing from us.
Oh.
And
It didn't last.
so I'm trying to just like occupy myself while they're doing this trade.
Once I trade Winthrop, I bring Carrot over and like shyly try to introduce Carrot to Rocker. Like, you can be friends.
I'm sort of like cautious, but I reach out slowly to pet the horse. I'm like getting used to him. I'm like, okay, and then I just like listen for its name. It doesn't like carrot.
It doesn't? What does it want to be called?
Carrot slog.
Spunk.
Spunk is a fine name. You hear that? It's not carrot, it's spunk. Get used to it.
I noted on my book, but like in parentheses with a question mark. So it's carrot slug spunk.
I roll my eyes. This should have been foolish 1, 2, and 3. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Get to the thieves' camp.
Should we sleep?
Oh yeah.
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 But can
And
we
in fact,
sleep?
this might be a pretty solid spot to end because you're going to crash out here for the day, and then
Maybe
think
next
we'll-
week we can be arriving at the thieves' camp.
something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's a very good plan.
Okay.
You're going to be with us next week, right, Sam?
If you guys want me to,
Yes.
I'd love to
Yeah.
join.
Love to have you.
Yeah.
But Steph, you're not, right?
No, I am.
Okay.
Let me just confirm what the planning was. Didn't I say I was?
I don't remember. I just remember seeing confusing emails. Maybe I'm just a crazy person.
Neil's like perception roll on emails is kind of low.
Oh no, I said I wasn't gonna be there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember
Well, let's be
now.
honest now. Like 95% of the emails have nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I said I
just-
wasn't gonna be there. Interesting.
I guess we'll find out next week
Yeah, I'm off
when
for
you
next.
tune in to
I'm
Misscliks.
off for 2 weeks.
Misscliks Psychotic Vigilantes will return next week, and we'll see what happens to. God, I'm forgetting your character's name. Soma?
Rocker,
Rocker.
No, Steph's
Soli,
character.
Twins,
Soli.
Soli, and
Soli.
Alexis.
Yes.
I appreciate you, by the way, abbreviating it to the twins because I was having a really hard time like using personal pronouns for them. So that's good. Okay,
Okay.
let's do shout outs. I vote for Jen.
All right, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked this show. I think it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Sam, for coming on. You were really good. It was a lot of fun. Awesome character. Thank you, Neil, for DMing our show. Thank you, Anna and Steph, because you're awesome. And thank you guys for watching. Hearts. Follow me at LivingThinkSC2 and follow at Rainbow Six Game because that's the thing I'm working on.
I'll go. You can follow me everywhere at Anna Prosser, most notably Twitter and Twitch. I stream on Twitch every day that I'm not streaming on this channel or somewhere else, except for Sunday. So come hang out with me. I play a lot of Heroes of the Storm, and also on Thursdays on this channel, we have Eye on the Storm, which is a Heroes of the Storm talk show, so don't miss that. Also remember that all the shows that happen here on Misscliks are on youtube.com/Misscliks, so you can check out any shows you missed there. I highly recommend some of our previous one-offs in the last couple weeks. They were a lot of fun, so be sure to check those out. Neil played a proper lady who was teaching us about manners. It was great. Also, we have a lot of really exciting things coming up for Misscliks. I know we've been teasing Misscliks Nimmergeist for a long time. You guys have been looking forward to that. It is seriously for reals almost done now. I would estimate, although I cannot give an official day, that it will happen next week, so be on the lookout for that. And lots of other exciting things going on. So if you want to keep abreast of those things, please follow this channel. Click that button. Also follow Misscliks on Twitter at Misscliks, same as this channel. And remember, as we mentioned at the beginning of this stream, in case you missed it, this is all of our subscription anniversary. So if you want to have the same subscription anniversary as us, be sure to subscribe before you leave. Thanks for watching. Now I vote for Sam.
Oh, for me, okay. Well, in real life, I'm not really a crazy old lady. I do stream on Twitch, and I have a Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. You can follow me, Sushi Sam, just like my name here. Don't forget, it's 2 U's. I do have a streaming schedule on my Twitch channel you can check out, and that's pretty much it. If you guys are going to PAX, I'll see you then. I'm pretty excited.
Awesome. I'm Harvey, Miss Harvey everywhere, or whatever. Doesn't matter. I stream a lot too. I don't stream that often right now because we're in intense practice with the girls. We won the qualifier this Friday for Katowice, so I'm going to Intel Extra Master to compete in the crazy
nice.
Intel tournament as crazy. We're going to be 4 team we're the only represented from USA. So make sure to follow us and support us. It's going to be in 3 weeks. If you're from Quebec, we are also going to Landing TS in 2 weeks. And that's why I'm not going to be on the show next week and the week after, because I'm going to be boot camping with the girls and focusing on our training and making sure we win for you guys and for us and for all the people supporting us. And that's it for me.
Cool. I'm Neil, or Koivu. I run a bunch of D&D stuff, and as of late, I've been doing a whole bunch of my campaign planning on my stream, which is twitch.tv/Koivu. So if you're interested in more detailed campaign planning or map making or how it is that we come about with D&D campaigns and run them, you should check it out. I will probably be doing some of that a little bit later today through until tomorrow, I guess. I'm in Vietnam right now, so time zones are kind of crazy. It's like noon on Wednesday for me. But yeah, other than that, I have a bunch of other D&D shit on my channel and on my YouTube, but you can find that later.
Yay! Thank you, everyone. It was an awesome episode. It was really good quality characters from you guys, and and then Neil the setting is pretty cool. All right, that's it, guys.
Thanks for having me on this awesome show.
Guys, be sure to say thank you to Sam on Twitter from us. Give her lots of love throughout the week, and we'll see her again next week. See you on Tuesday. Bye.